Another lesson review this week from myself, Laurence. Again, down on the range, long game with this particular chap. And what he really wanted to work on, he just didn't like the way his swing felt. So a lot of you, when you come for lessons, quite a lot of the time I get asked, can you improve my swing aesthetically? So from a visual point of view on the camera, can you make my swing look better or like those guys and girls on the TV? So this particular player felt very off balanced, and as you'll see when I play the image on the left hand side here now, you'll see exactly what he means. So nicely slow motion, the club works a little bit outside, again not too concerning at the moment. It gets a little bit flat, but then as we see quite a lot of the time, the club wants to work a little bit over. Weight going very heavily into his toes, and obviously we can see how that right foot moves. I think we can agree, and he doesn't mind me saying this either, it didn't look as pretty as he wanted to. Now, with the image on the right hand side, here's the change. I didn't ask anything of changing a posture. His grip's in a good place. Some might say his hands look a little bit low, but again, it's all got to determine improving a better impact. So quite simple, I actually quite liked the way the club gets to the top of the backswing. Here his feel was just to get the club feeling like it's pointing a little bit left. Okay, again, if some of you were to try this as a right-handed golfer, pointing the club left and left-hander pointing the club right, it just gets you to turn the club or gets you to turn the body more efficiently, and also it creates what I've felt notoriously is a bit more of a wider turn. Okay, it just creates a bit more width in the golf swing. So from here, we just like a little pump drill. And I asked him just to feel like he was lowering his hands very slightly. And again, as you'll see here, he pumps it once, he pumped it twice. And each time he just feels like he's getting a bit lower. Pumps it 3 times. Now he goes for the hit. And if I just stop the position here, go back to the same position here on the left-hand side, you'll see how much more of an over-the-top motion is. Here's at the same point in the golf swing just here. We can clearly see, don't need to get too visual and start drawing circles and lines, but the club head in the right-hand image is more behind him, so it's travelling from a wider, more round angle. So as it gets nearer delivery, you'll see here versus here. Again, the club in particular on the right-hand side looks like it's going to travel more down the line. The image on the left-hand side, you can see the gap between his hands, his thighs is quite big, so he's going to massively cut across the golf ball. Still got a little bit of work to do on the transference of the weight, because you can even see here he wants to move a little bit into his toes again. But equally, his shot pattern was a lot better when he saw this motion. So a bit of an in-swing feel for this chap. Again, he went on to shoot 43 points at his home club. So he was a happy chap after a 45-minute session with myself. So get yourself booked in. Season's fast approaching, and we look forward to making your games bigger and better for 2022.